other English-speaking countries. Women are indoctrinated to think that it's okay to be a provider. It's okay to be a leader. It's okay to be a power couple and all this other bullshit that we lie to women. And she, like, you know, I think a part of it, and you can please correct me if I'm wrong here, a little bit of it is like feminism and indoctrination to let you think that, like, it's okay and it's appropriate for you to be a breadwinner in your relationship. And I think that's a big lie that feminism tells women, is that it's okay to be a provider. I think that's a fucking problem.
Absolutely. Like, the culture difference from England to the United States was fucking unreal. Like, when I came here for the first time last year, I was fucking blown away.
By BBC?
Huh?
Yeah.
Like,
She just said he's not black.
No, but
I mean, but this before the nigga.
Okay.
no, like a guy opening a fucking car door for me, like, I was like, what the fuck? Like, the difference between English guys and American guys, huge.
Night and day.
Where were you at
Fucking
in the United
huge.
States particularly? Because it can be super liberal depending on where you're at. Where were you at in the United States where you saw the chivalry and it blew you away?
I did loads of states. I did Miami, I did New York, I did Virginia, I
Okay.
did Washington.
Okay, so the chivalry, where was the chivalry most prominent at? Here? Miami?
Yeah,
Okay.
predominantly Florida, yeah.
It was in Florida?
Yeah.
Okay. And Florida's
The South.
it's a red state. It's the South.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miami, I would say, is still somewhat like, we understand men and women are different here, right? Like the women are a bit more feminine here than other places, and the men tend to be more
But
Latino.
also the women blew me away as well. Like, the expectations that women have from men. Holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
Like,
It's tough.
Yeah.
that blew me away. Like, I actually went on a date, like, the first time I came here, and he was, like, you know, a millionaire, picked me up in a flash car. I was like, yo, what the fuck is this? Like, and he
It's a movie.
Did
Yeah,
you smash
for real.
First date?
For real.
Chris.
And
You smashed?
he took me out. No, we don't do that.
Oh, okay.
He took me out. He paid for me a meal. You know, he bought me drinks, and then we went to the bar. And I bought him a drink, and he was like, what the fuck? He was like, I've never had a bitch ever
A bitch?
fucking
Wait.
offered to pay for me a
He called you a
drink.
bitch?
No, but like a female, like he's never been out with
Yeah.
a woman
Yeah.
who's bought him a drink, and I was like, what the fuck? Like,
You know,
that's
if I
wild.
didn't go to London all those times in the UK in general, I would have been like, you're fucking crazy. But dude, they're super woke over there.
Yeah, very.
You guys are very woke over there. You guys don't even have free speech.
And I
It's wild.
guarantee you, with that guy that for 8 years, you didn't think you could do any better.
Huh?
Like 8 years ago, right? The guy that you were with.
Oh yeah, I was completely like blindsided. Like,
Yeah,
I
she
thought
couldn't
that
see
was
anybody
my
else at
life.
all.
Like,
The concept of a guy being chivalrous wasn't even a thing, right?
yeah, I was in a bubble, like a complete bubble. Like,
Bro, she smashed, bro.
England was like a Springfield dome. Like,
Yeah.
I needed to break out and break
Yeah,
free.
I'm not gonna hold you. UK is depressing as fuck, bro.
Oh my god,
UK is depressing, bro.
absolutely.
Cannot live there.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
The man them
But
going
yeah,
down.
I think a big part of you sitting around for 8 years is obviously, comfort, you know each other, etc. That's, of course, very important. But I think another big thing that is kind of like the silent killer that no one talks about is, like, in the West, we have this prevailing feminism that tells women, you know, you can do it, be strong, you know, you can be equal to your man, you can be a leader too, you could be a boss babe. And I think that's actually very poisonous to women. It sets them up for long-term failure.
Yeah.
Because I think if you had, like, known this earlier, like, let's say I had met you 8 years ago and I told you you're a fucking idiot. What are you doing with this fucking brokey? You're paying all the bills. What the fuck are you doing? Might have changed your mindset and you're like, what the fuck am I doing? And then you leave them, you get in your prime years, and you might meet another guy. Who knows?
Yeah.
You know, of course, it's like a whole other universe, but there might be a girl watching this right now that's in a relationship with a guy like that, where she's paying the bills, or he's a fucking bum, he's smoking weed every fucking day and everything else like that. So, I mean, we're real, you know, people know us for, like, criticizing women on this podcast, but we actually criticize men a lot too. I tell guys all the time, like, you're only as useful as what you provide as a man. Like, you can't make it through life off of your looks. You can't make an OnlyFans at 18 and make a bunch of money, or be a bartender and rely on your looks. Like, we would never be able to be a bottle dude. That's not happening. Or a bartender. Like, we just don't have certain avenues open to us to make money based off of our youth and our beauty. It just doesn't happen. We make money off of our competence. That's how it is.
Yeah, thank
So,
God. I'll be in trouble. All right, we got one more here. Kind of tying into the topic as well. Is the death of chivalry due to men or with females?
What was
Wait,
it?
how do you spell
Oh, I think she's asking who
the
kills
type of-
chivalry, men or women?
this? Yeah.
Let's
Men,
go around the table and ask the girls this. It's
men
actually a good
are-
question.
who spelled this? Oh my God.
Bro, come on,
I
man.
spelled it wrong. Let me see.
Menace?
No, that's an L. It's just like a script type of vibe.
Yeah, let me see.
Oh my God, bro.
It was quick. Give me some strength.
Okay. All right, we got you though.
Obviously,
Okay.
I know how to spell male. Come on.
She writes her L's weird, but no, I can read it.
Alright.
Yeah.
No, I just had a weird moment. I typically don't. I feel like that was just a quick little.
Stop the cap.
It's all good. We got you.
Yeah, that is weird. Okay, because you wrote your L differently in Chivalry versus Mills. But anyway, that's a whole other thing.
That's why I said it was a moment. It's not like a normal
That's some
thing that I
serial
write
killer
the L
shit.
like that.
Switching your handwriting up on certain things.
All right.
Scary.
So handwriting analysis. Yeah, bro, that's what criminals be fucking doing. They switch up certain characters. Anyway,
Let's play a game.
okay, is the death of chivalry due to men or women? We'll start here with Miss Puerto Rico. What do you think?
Who killed it?
Who killed chivalry, men or women? In your opinion, and
Women.
tell us why. You think women?
Yeah.
You sexist? Why?
Because not that we expect too much, but a lot of the times we don't display what we should as a woman, a lady. So
Gotcha.
why would a man want to give you chivalry if you're not presenting yourself as someone who deserves it?
Well said.
All right. What about you, Miss Haiti?
I'll say women as well. Only reason I'll say that is because women outlook is very much different. Basically, is taught to like, okay, if a male cannot be this type of person, at least they could be a provider financially. And certain females starting to turn to that way from the influence, go with the male for financial reasons rather than anything further. Meaning, even if you hurt your feelings, oh, I'm with him financially, it doesn't matter. That's where most of their mindsets are currently.
Okay, let me try to understand this. So you're saying that women killed chivalry because
Their mindset?
they commodify men into only a provider standpoint? Is that what you're saying?
Right.
And they'll overlook other negative attributes?
Yeah, totally. Because you'll have women who openly be side women, long as the male is continuously being a provider.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Like, all right. So basically, they'll lose their self-respect to continue to get a check.
Right.
All right.
Bars.
What about you?
That was like female translation 101.
Yeah, bro. I had to translate the woman. And I ain't gonna lie, man. That shit was hard to understand, but that's fine.
Okay, well, I completely
summed it
go
up.
completely different. I think men and women should be equal. I think we should all be equal in
Well-
what we give and what we give
Well,
out.
the question was who killed chivalry. But then we can go into this equality talk too if you want. But who do you
I
think
mean,
killed chivalry, men or women?
I don't really agree with the question. I think that it should be equal.
Oh, okay. You don't believe in chivalry at all?
I just think the question should be equal.
Damn.
That no one killed anything.
50-50.
Okay, let me ask you this then. All right. All right. Because you said you don't agree with the question. All right. Can we agree?
I mean, it's not that I don't agree, but I just think that it should be equal.
Okay.
So you're opening my doors? No. Real talk.
I mean,
All right, let's stay on topic here. You said it should be equal, correct? I don't want to misquote you, right?
Correct.
All right. It should be equal. But the key word here is should. Let's real quick operate on what is, right?
Okay, yes, technically in all technicality, it should be that the guy gives the woman everything, but like
Well,
in reality,
Okay, let's just go off of how the world has been working for the past hundreds, if not thousands of years. Men courted women and showed chivalry, etc., right? I would say that that's kind of died a bit.
okay, so then
It's equal, like it's going more equal, like you're saying. Okay, let me ask you this: who's made it more? Who's contributed more to it being equal, the men or the women?
the
See, you gotta
men.
rephrase. You think the men have contributed to it being more? Okay, why do you say that?
I mean, I guess the men are supposed to give and give and give more, but I think everything should be equal, in my opinion.
But why do you think the men made it more equal?
Because that's just the way that generation thinks the way things are.
All right. Okay. What about you?
Get
Who
your
do
friend,
you
man.
think killed chivalry?
Get your friend, man.
I can't interrupt.
I would say I
Oh,
agree with her
no.
in an an extent because
What is that extent? Because we're still trying to understand it.
okay, I definitely do think it should be 50-50 to a certain extent. But I do think women did kill chivalry
Why did
for
they
sure.
kill it?
Because like Nana,
Mhm.
like Nana said,
definitely we expect way too much. And it's gotten to a point that we're breaking down you guys men to get what we want, and it's not working.
I don't want to be an asshole, but you do realize by your statement earlier saying that it should be 50-50, you just killed Chivalry,
Okay,
right?
then what you mean? How?
You didn't see what happened there?
No.
Okay. You said you think relationships should be 50-50.
To a certain extent.
No, 50-50 is 50-50. It's numerical.
Okay, fine. Then just scratch that then.
Yeah, so it's 50-50.
You mean like
which means
70-40.
equal authority, equal decision-making skills, everything. 50-50 is 50-50,
Okay,
right?
let's put it this way.
So by you saying that, you literally are killing chivalry in your own statement. Because you know what chivalry is, right?
Yeah.
What is chivalry? Tell me what chivalry is.
Okay, chivalry is when you're a provider. A man is a provider. You're giving.
Okay, so if you're a provider,
Mhm.
what about that is 50-50?
Okay, let me rephrase what I said then. So 50-50 in a certain extent, meaning like
70-40.
Okay, yeah, I guess 70-40. Like a woman is not supposed to sit there.
30.
I don't think a woman is just supposed to sit there and just get from a man. Like you're supposed to give as well. But in certain aspects, like for example, in my family, my dad was a provider for my mom, myself, and my siblings. He was the breadwinner. He made sure that we had a bed to sleep in, a house to live in. He was all of that. But from my mom's standpoint, she was a provider, as in taking care of the kids, taking care of the house.
Yeah, but the question is chivalry.
Okay. Then you can scratch the 50-50 part.
Yo, that was crazy. Around the world to end up in the same place. All right, good job.
All right, what about you?
That was kinda
Who do you
fun.
think killed chivalry?
It's circumstantial, isn't it? Really, like.
If you had to pick one gender that's more responsible for the death of chivalry, or you could say, I don't think it's dead. What do you think?
I don't know. Like, I agree with like the 50-50 as well. But then you guys are going to comment on that and probably change my mind along the way as I speak. So
I'm realizing something here, and we'll continue on. But I'm realizing
mind.
something, well, even deeper than that. All right, what about you? Who do you think killed chivalry?
Okay.
Men or women?
We're all going off track here, so I'm gonna say both.
Okay.
Hello.
All right. Yeah.
Hello.
Which is another way of saying 50-50, by the way.
Hear me
You
out.
realize that's another way of saying 50-50
No,
by
I'm
saying
not
both.
saying like that, like not 50-50 in the sense we should be doing all the same stuff, but in the sense that women are
genders?
expecting too much and men won't step up to fill that gap as well.
Okay, but who would you say is the main precipitator of the
My
killing of
ex
the
killed chivalry.
Your ex?
Single-handedly.
Fuck that nigga, right?
Single-handedly. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay, so men killed chivalry. All right. Why do you think men killed it then?
That's what I'm saying.
Because they're bums.
I was just talking about my ex, but I guess I don't know. Didn't want to open my door or something.
How dare him?
I know. No, I'm fucking with you.
How dare you?
Okay.
I think women.
You think women?
I said both, but I'll go with women for this point.
Why?
It's the need to have attention on you or to feel loved. You take it where you can get it. Not for everyone, but for the most part. Whenever somebody doesn't meet your standards, it's why isn't he texting me? Why isn't he calling me? He doesn't open your door, but he's there to not open your door, if you make sense. As long as they're there, you're fine with it.
Okay.
You don't care for the lack of
Not expecting
doing
more
this and that.
is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you? Who do you think killed chivalry more, men or women?
I believe that chivalry still exists.
Okay.
However, I do believe that it is a decline that started way before.
Who's led to
now.
the decline of it more?
I think I'm not really good at history, so you're gonna have to correct me on this, but I think it started with the World War II.
Oh,
When all
shit.
the men were out, and then the women had to step up to the plate, and then the whole women's suffrage movement, and then they started like,
You're actually very correct about that.
Yeah, you
Oh,
were.
she's thinking.
So,
Oh, okay.
like
All
I
right.
feel like that was the beginning.
W
of
Jamaica.
it.
Yeah, if only that nigga got into our school. bro.
God!
If only you got into our school.
What? Bro!
Oh,
Marvin! No! No!
Is it Rumble time? Yeah, Mo, is it Rumble time, Mo?
I'll get to my head, Mo.
Even on Rumble, bro. Please.
Is it Rumble time?
Right.
Oh, man.
Okay, continue on. I'm sorry. We almost just got canceled. It's crazy. That shit funny though.
I mean, like, that's my point, but I still believe that chivalry still exists in places, and a lot of women here are commenting on their current experience, like seeking things and seeking their satisfaction in places because they're not getting it now and such, but that was a problem that started way beyond where we are now.
So you think the whole women entering the workforce and I guess inadvertently masculinizing themselves is what led to the decline of chivalry?
In a sense, yes. I think also that a lot of ladies here are commenting on the whole 50-50 aspect.
Yeah.
Our talents are different.
Okay.
We confuse leadership with provider a lot. I believe to provide is what we see in like materialistic value.
Mm-hmm.
But to lead, you have to have a goal in mind. You have to be able to lend your specific talent. And women are more emotionally involved than men are.
Mm.
So it's for men to be able to provide all the time, they're able to detach themselves from a feeling and just get the job done.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like,
But
so-
wouldn't you say that's important for a leader
yes,
to be okay?
absolutely. I like to embrace all that I am. So I know in the long term, I don't want that
To be a leader.
kind of position.
Wait,
no.
so what happened to your ex? Why'd you break up? Your baby daddy.
My ex?
Yeah.
Okay, well, he's no longer with us.
Oh, he passed away.
Oh.
But while we were together, I was in that situation where I was in that provider situation, and I did resent him for it.
All right.
Got it.
Understandable. And you said you grew to resent him for it? Yeah, I could see you like nodding along when I was talking about that. Okay.
R.I.P. to homeboy.
Yeah.
Damn, man. I feel like an asshole now.
No, I mean, it
From that song
happens.
earlier.
Oh, yeah, Chris.
God,
You don't know why? She's single, bro.
No, damn, man.
Yeah.
Damn,
I'm an
man.
asshole, man. Oh, Chris in
Fucking
the
dick.
chat, bro.
All right. What about you? Who do you think is contributed more to the death of chivalry, men or women, and why?
I kind of agree with what she said. I guess I'm going to say women just because I feel like we have a lot more freedom
You
nowadays.
grew up World War II?
Do I agree with it? I don't know. I'm just saying, like, because we have more rights as women
You remember what she
nowadays.
said?
At least she's honest.
No, the fact that like women are like in the workforce now and like we have more rights and stuff and
Okay.
we basically have more freedom, therefore less judgments on like what we're accepting, and I feel like some women just accept less than they actually deserve, therefore making the men like a little lazy with their chivalry. Oh my god, I can't even talk. Sorry.
It
I'm
happens.
nervous.
Trust me, it happens. It happens.
You're nervous.
No, I
Yes.
can't say the word either at all.
I
I,
know.
don't know why.
Chivalry?
Chivalry.
Okay.
Chivalry.
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 Okay. All right.
This
All
is
right.
great. Now I
What
know how I feel.
Yeah. All right. What about you? Who do you think killed chivalry, men or women, and why?
Probably women, I think.
Why do you say that?
Well, I mean, I guess if you look at like, think about like all the ways that women, right, are trying to do things on their own. You get what I'm saying? Not so look at like what I do, for example, OnlyFans, okay,
Yeah.
or you know, there's a million other examples that I can make, but things that don't entirely support a male taking care of you. You know what I mean, or something like that. So I guess that kind of like, though I'm not a feminist, it goes along the lines of all of that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I think that like, I don't really know, but I think just the uprising of like, can't blame it on feminism, but I think that and I don't know, I guess some of the opportunities that we've gotten recently, like OnlyFans and all that. But yeah, it's definitely the women's fault for getting into it. They didn't have to. You know what I mean? Though that might be a thing, but yeah. So
So it's your fault.
that's what I said from the beginning. First sentence.
Okay, so I'll use an analogy here. Let's go into a dream world, all right? So I can explain this to all the ladies, so they really, really understand this from the other perspective, right? So let's say, right, there's an old lady walking across the street with a bunch of bags, right? and she's fucking jacked. Like, she's carrying these bags, and she's able to fucking like carry them, and she's able-bodied. She's been going to the gym, right? One scenario. But then another scenario, old lady is carrying these bags. She can't carry them. She's falling over and shit like that. And you've done this before. You've helped this woman. You've helped old ladies before, and you get this like amazing feeling. You get this really happy feeling when you help her across the street with the bags and bring her to her front door, etc. So, two scenarios. One lady needs the help, and you get this amazing feeling. And then on the other hand, woman doesn't look like she needs help, but maybe you could go up and say, hey, you might get some fucking arthritis or some shit here. And just so you know, you don't have to help her, but you can get that same dopamine hit, that happiness from, like, I don't know, fucking popping a pill. Which one do you think most people are going to elect for? You're probably going to, what's easier, to not help the lady, right? And just pop the pill and feel the happiness?
No. I mean, I don't know.
What's the easier routes?
Well,
That's
I don't
what I'm
know
saying.
I don't know about most people. I think like easier route
It's
is
not-
different for everyone. Like for me personally, I would feel guilty if I popped a pill and you know what I mean, get whatever. I think the easier route for me would be helping someone else.
Okay.
Honestly.
But human beings, let's be honest here. Human beings typically
Overall,
always want to go the easier route, right?
Probably the selfish route. Yeah, what's
Yeah.
gonna help them and yeah.
Yeah. So like it used to be, you had to help the old lady with the bag, get her to her front door, and you get the dopamine hit from doing that, right?
I was
But
born
now,
in 2002. I wasn't here for that.
I'm giving you're reading way too much into the analogy. I'm just giving it as an example. So two scenarios. One old lady carrying the bags needs help. You help her with the bags, right? Get her to her front door, you feel happy. Second scenario, she don't need your fucking help, and you can pop a pill and get the same level of happiness. What are most people gonna elect to do?
Pill.
I feel like a pill is so random. Like, maybe instead of, okay, sorry, I don't know.
I don't think he
I
needs to be
wouldn't pick a
literal.
pill. Okay, I guess if whatever.
I feel like it's based off of instincts and based
I
off
would
the
have helped her.
person themselves, because I would have
This is
helped
too
her.
much.
Yeah, I
it
would just
doesn't
help her.
take
An
nothing but
example,
like
guys.
what 30 seconds to help someone out.
I'd
So
love
it's
to
it depends on the
believe that's
person
easier.
themselves.
What do you think
People are
most
just
human beings are
good.
gonna do, though?
Number one or number two?
I mean, I feel like it's
Pop a
half and
pill.
half. Not
Most human
everybody
beings are gonna take the
leaves
pill.
people to fend on their own.
It's
Not
such a
everyone-
pessimistic
Okay, you
point to
personally,
make. They wouldn't
would you
do
help
that.
an old lady if you see y'all live in the same apartment
Yeah.
building, y'all live across from each other,
Yeah.
and she comes home with a bunch of orders? You wouldn't stop for 30 seconds to help her at least bring it in the door or
Listen,
not?
I'm black. I would steal her bags and run away. Don't ask me a question. But I think we can make it simple here. Raise your hand if you can do number one. Keep it down for number two.
What was 1 and 2 again?
said
Okay.
it.
I think they read way too much into popping
Yeah.
a pill. I could have said
Yeah.
eating a candy cane and felt the same
Yeah, the
level
pill
of
was-
happiness.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to
they're so fucking
It
wrapped
takes
up on the
20
pill.
seconds to take someone
ladies,
and help someone
the
out.
point I'm trying to make is, so scenario one is what we have now with the diesel old lady carrying her own shit, and you're able to pop a pill and get the same level of happiness, versus carrying the bag for her, walking her to her front door, getting that dopamine. In other words, men no longer feel the need to sit there and provide for women, especially when we can get sex without doing so.
Okay, that makes more
Okay, but-
sense.
Yeah.
You didn't say that the first time. You didn't say that the first time.
It's called an analogy.
He's making it indirect.
It's called an analogy.
You
Okay.
didn't place men
So-
or female in it. Females will do it with no problem. Male sometimes expect stuff in return. And it's an old lady. What do you expect out of an old lady?
Bruh. The analogy is just to describe
Okay.
that human beings are typically, I mean, men especially in this, I'm talking about men especially. Why am I going to help this old lady out, right? When she already is getting her own help, and I can get what I want, that happiness, that dopamine hit, without having to carry the bags for her.
The analogy is the woman or the old lady. Like, why would you go help
you.
her if
Holy
they're
fuck.
gonna,
Someone gets it.
if you're gonna feel good anyway? If that makes sense.
Thank you.
Okay, but my point was,
Thank you.
regardless
All right.
of if I'm gonna feel happy of doing it, it only takes 20 seconds. If I see me personally, I can't speak for everyone. If I see it in my face, I'm going to do it. It's not pressure.
You ran away from home.
Just to
Stop it. That's why I ran away. Stop
Okay,
it.
I don't be anywhere that I no longer want
you
to
do
be. That's
you do understand that it's an analogy to display
right.
with the current
Completely
state that we're
understand.
in.
You just asked.
Feminism is the old lady walking with her own bag, strong enough to carry it, and then the men not needing to help her and being able to get the same dopamine of helping her, aka the sex, by popping a pill. That is pornography. That is escorts. That is the casual dating society, hookup culture that we have. That is the analogy, ladies. That's what I'm trying to display.
Yeah, I think we were all
He
looking at
didn't
it
put
like
a sex
actually
on it.
geriatric.
He didn't
Like I
put
think
a
we were all
sex
like
on it.
not. I understand now.
It's definitely
but
easier to
I changed
not
my
do it
mind
then.
now.